guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise and this is podcast number 14. I've just got my notes down here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. This is Dear Designs. Did I just say that? Anyway, podcast 14. It is the 25th of November. It is a Wednesday, if I remember rightly, and I have a couple of finished objects. I have some whips, I have a little bit of yarn that I got and I have also some of the yarn that's going in the shop. I thought I would show you that, as some of it is dry, some of it isn't, but I'll show you what I've got, but then I will upload a video later on in the week to show you what is going in the shop anyway. So you can find me here or here. I can't remember. I think it might be here. I'm not sure, but I will put it here somewhere. You can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Ravelry, Etsy, and here on YouTube. So we have a sock along at the moment on Instagram. It's Year of My Sock 2020, and we're fast approaching December. I am currently working on my December socks. If you are knitting any socks, we do have a prompt for every month, but even if you don't follow that prompt, it doesn't matter. It was for my own little thing to follow, basically. So if you are knitting socks, then please use the hashtag Year of My Sock 2020, and there is a little giveaway at the end of the year. I will pick a random winner. On Ravelry, I have a group for this podcast, and it is Dear Designs, and we have a knit along or a make along going on at the moment, which is Use Your Stash. So if you are using your stash for anything, then go ahead. There is a chatter thread and a finished object thread, and yeah, post your items. The finished object thread, or that make along, is going to finish on the 31st of December, and then I will announce the winner on the following podcast. I don't know when that will be, but it won't be too much long after. So yeah, I am sort of playing with another couple of ideas for Ravelry. So I have one idea of just doing a thread for an Advent make along. So if anyone else is making anything for Advent, then I might just do a chatter thread and then pull a winner from the chatter thread, if that makes sense. You can upload pictures and just have like a little conversation on what we're making, and then I will do a I will think of a hashtag as well for Instagram. So if you've got any good ideas then for hashtags, then leave a link down below. But I'm thinking like just Advent 2020 or Dear Designs Advent 2020, even though it's not my Advent, but I don't know, follow along type of thing, because I have got an Advent that I am gonna be doing, which is the Litmus Cow, and I did explain all this in last week's podcast. And then shortly I will be opening another make along for the Dancing on Ice, and I have had someone very, very kindly message me and say that they want to send a prize, so that is wonderful. I will be opening that thread in December because it doesn't start until the new year anyway. But yeah, so that is all the bits and pieces. I am going to start with finished objects. So I say I'm going to start with finished objects. It's going to be a little bit mishmashy today, just because, well, you'll see why. I have a finished hat. Now this is the Aldi cake yarn, and with a little pom-pom on the top. It is so adorable, but it is massive. I did knit this for Mikey, and yeah, it is big. I got Casey to measure his head, and his head is only just over an inch smaller than mine. And this does fit me, so but I think it's going to keep him nice and warm and cozy. And you don't ever want a hat too tight, if that makes sense. And I think the bigger it is, excuse me, sorry about that, it was the door and then Casey rang. So I can't remember where I was, but this hat is a bit big for Mikey. I think I was saying that hats bigger are better, because obviously they're more cozy instead of being really tight. It does, I think it's going to fit him nicely. So anyway, this is the Aldi yarn in the turquoise, two colour greys that I didn't actually realise when it was in the cake, and then the white. And I've done it so, if anything, Casey can turn the bottom up so it looks a bit like that instead. But either or, Mikey can wear it however he wants. But then that leads me on to another whip, or a whip, which is Ollie's hat. So I'm using the same cake as I had enough left over, and this is the second hat. I have knitted this in a size smaller. I'm going to show you the pattern because I don't have any information on it at all. I've just printed it off and it's come off like this. So it's just so basic. It's literally ribbon, stocking stitch, and then the crown. It's really, really simple. I cast on 96 stitches for Mikey, because that is what this pattern says, even though it's massive. And then for Ollie, I have cast on 84 stitches, which is the 12-month. He is only 15 months old, so I'm hoping that this will fit, and I'm sure it will. So that's what I've done, and it goes up to teen, which is 108 stitches, and preemie, which is 60 stitches, and I'm assuming that is going to be quite big as well, to be honest. But this is how far I've got on Ollie's hat. I think I might be going into the lighter grey. I don't even know if there is a lighter grey on this one, to be honest. I'm not sure. But like I said to Casey, they will be slightly different because obviously the cakes are wound different, but I didn't realise I would have enough in one cake to make two hats. So I have got another cake to make another hat, or another couple of hats if they're small. And I've also got a pink one of these that I bought, but I will be using the pom-pom on the other blue one for this. And I can just either make pom-poms or buy some more pom-poms. So that is hats, and then that leads me on to my second finished object, which if you're on my Instagram you would have seen, but it's this adorable little monster. Now if you remember, it was a Aldi kit. So this I got a little while ago. Mikey really wanted it, and yeah, I finally made it. It's really cute. Didn't have enough orange, and that is so common with Aldi yarn or Aldi kits, is you don't get enough yarn. But I have plenty of yellow, plenty of green, plenty purple, just not enough. So I had to do these a row shorter because I literally just run out, and I had to undo one side because I did one side, it was fine, and then the other side I didn't have enough. There was enough white and things, but look at that, it's so cute, and I love the horns. The horns are so cute. And this is for Mikey, and I love it. It's so nice, and I love the way that it's so bright. The stuffing is not brilliant in this one, just because it was the stuffing out of the kit. But I used a 3mm hook, and it's really cute. It doesn't stand up on its own or anything, but hey ho. But then I thought, well, then Ollie's gonna feel left out, so I started making another one. Now I had a big ball. If you've been with me for quite a while, you would have seen that ages and ages ago I had a big ball, which is not so big anymore, of all of the yarn that I got from the knitting and crochet magazines, and I just balled it all into a magic ball. And I decided to do another one. Now this one is a lot smaller because the yarn is a lot thinner. I'm still using a 3mm hook, but the yarn is a lot thinner and it's not as fluffy. It's more smooth, like there's not so much of a halo, and it is not wound as tight, which is a pig to work with, but we're going with it. So I did this one and I was like, I'm really not sure about the colours. Obviously this one is so nice and bright and perfect, where this one has got really nice bright orange and the purple, and then it goes into black, and then this sort of skin creamy colour, then the red. And the red I managed to do both legs with, which was just coincidence. So then I thought, well, let me unwind some of this, because there was a lot of pinks, which if it's for Ollie I don't really want pink, and there was a lot of white. So I decided to do the eyes with the white, and then I cast on another one. So this is the third one that I have made, and again I'm still not 100% on it. The next colour is white, which I'm in the white at the moment, and then it goes into yellow and then red and green, and it's just going to remind me of Christmas. Which this one does a little bit anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on with this one, crochet this one up, then do the accessories, and then I might mix and match the accessories, because no doubt I'll probably have like 2 arms in red and 2 arms in green or whatever, and then see what colourways come up after that. But it's okay, it's not too bad, and it's really, really simple to make. So I'm just gonna do this one and see how it comes out. And I did think that this ball of yarn was shorter bits of yarn, if that makes sense, but never mind. And I'm sure it will come out okay, and I'm hoping that I will get some yellow for the legs, because then that's a bright colour. So yeah, that is that is a whip followed on from this, and it is super cute. I love it. I can't wait to give it to Mikey, and I'm gonna give this one to Mikey first, and then I will give Ollie his one. Like I said, I don't know whether I'm gonna give it to him for Christmas or not, or just give it to him. I think I might just give it to him, and it's just super cute because he did want it anyway. Then I have got my socks, my Christmas socks, which are here, and why can't I put it out? I have got it on a DPN holder, just because I thought it was red and it just is a bit Christmassy. I don't know. I have actually bought a DPN holder with snowmen on it to use with my Christmas socks, but post here is ridiculous. I ordered stuff 2 weeks ago and we have not had post for 2 weeks. I don't know if it's the same where you are, but the post is just, it's really getting on my nerves. But I have done the heel, and this is the red berry colourway. The yarn is actually Rosie's Moments, and I think it's really nice. It's sparkly yarn. I don't know if you're going to see the sparkle, but it's really nice. And I've done long socks, so there's 70 row leg, and then just my usual foot I'm going to do. Just doing them one at a time. I don't know, I just find that socks are knitting up a bit quicker that way. My gift socks, which are over here, and I have put in my London DPN holder, magic loop holder, whatever, holder. So yeah, I got this when we was at Wolfram Abbey Wool Show last year, from Pickle Lily, and I'm going to open this one because you can't really see much. I haven't really done that much. That is all that I've done, and I probably have put a couple of rows on since last week's podcast, sorry. So I will work a little bit on that today, because I'm going to be waiting for this to edit and upload, and the vlog to upload. The yarn I'm using for this is Himalaya in the colour 2. I don't actually have a colour name for that. That is all of the whips and work in progress. And then I went to a pan stretcher the other day. It is actually closing down. I think today's the last day, Wednesday, yes. Last day today, and they had 20% off everything. So absolutely everything in the shop was 20% off. And I did get a few bits and pieces, not anything too exciting. other than yarn. So I thought I would show you what I got. So it's just in this bag. I got, let me show you. I got some blue, and it's all now on the floor. Yarn Fair Tootsie. So this is what it looks like. And I got blue. I think I got 2 blue. I got 2 in the grey. And then I got 4 in this pinky magenta. It's not as bright as that, but and it was 69p, but 20% off. And then I picked up this, which, oh, look at that. It's called Poodle Knitting Yarn, and it's £2.99 but 20% off. And I thought that this would just make a lovely hat or a cow or something. It's so soft. I think there's 200 gram. Yeah, 200 gram. And it's got like a dark, well, it's actually, yeah, it's got like a dark string going through it as well. So this is 100% acrylic, 200 gram. It just says, not much more, made in Turkey. But I thought for £3, well, whatever it was, this would make such a nice item. So it would have been £2.40 for this. And yeah, I really like it. So that is my little mini yarn haul. The reason that I got these was no reason at all, but I thought blue would be good for the boys and the grey, and then the pink for girls and the grey, or anything that might come up. And I really do need to sort out some yarn, and I've just got so much of it that it's getting a bit ridiculous. And I keep saying I'm not buying no more, not buying no more, and then I do. So I'm just going to add this little bit in because I've received post literally a couple of minutes after I finished the podcast. But the first thing I wanted to show you was some yarn that I have ordered. And this was yarn that I wanted to use as my advent. And I was going to make my own advent for the Litmus Cow, and then decided to use my sock yarn and so on and so forth. But I ordered these minis from Folkestone Harbour Yarn. Oh my goodness, they are so lovely. So there's like oranges and yellows, pinks and purples, and that one's like a reddy pinky colour, but they are just so pretty, and I will definitely be using these for something. And I think this is a great little set to have if you do knit socks and you want to have a contrast heel, toes and cuffs, as I think this would be perfect for having a little set. Yeah. But I ordered these quite a few weeks ago and they've only just come today. The post is so slow at the moment, but I'm really happy with that. The next thing is I've already put to use. So the next thing I ordered was this little Japanese knot bag. So this was a fairly new seller on Etsy. I will leave the name down below because I can't remember. I know her name is Tracy. And this is just a Japanese knot bag. So what you do is you put the long end through the short end, and this is what it looks like. And I wanted this bag because I want to put this on my arm if I'm out and about and knit. So my Christmas socks are in here at the moment. Really, I should put my London DPN holder in here as well because it's got London all over it, and things relating to London. So Lost and Found, the buses, teacups, marmalade. What else is on here? I'm just trying, umbrellas. I'm just trying to look, but you can see for yourself as well. It's really cute, and I just thought this would come in really handy. So I've got my Christmas socks in here. It's not a Christmassy bag, but I thought it would come in handy for if I'm out and about or whatever and waiting, or whatever the situation is, I can just do some knitting and then shove it back in the bag. So all of my stuff fits in here. So my socks are here, the yarn's in there. Yeah, does anyone else use Japanese knot bags? Because I just think this is adorable. I know I could have made one myself, but I thought I would support a maker on Etsy, and yeah, as a lot of people have been supporting me lately. I've also ordered a DPN holder from Country Bumpkin Creates. I know she's got a YouTube channel, and or Country Bump Creates. I'll leave the name down below. But I've purchased a DPN holder from her, and I think that was pretty much it that I ordered from Etsy. And I just have some little stickers that I finally arrived, just saying thank you for your order, and these will be going on the little on the orders that I get through, basically. And that is that. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the makers, and I'm gonna put you back to the podcast. So, but that is everything that I've got to show today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go on to the Etsy update, so if you're not interested in that, then thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I shall see you in next week's video. But in the Etsy shop this week, I have got some more Colourpop going in, and I say some more. This one is dyed slightly different. I have used a lighter grey, just because I thought it made it look a little bit nicer. So I have 3 of these going into the shop, and this one is just wound differently, so there's more grey showing. They're all dyed in the same pan, so they are all dyed the same. I then have this beautiful pink and brown speckly yarn. I have 4 of these going into the shop. So I'm just going to show you one for now, but it is a light pink, probably not as bright as what's showing on the screen, with some really lovely brown speckles going through it. I haven't got a name for this yet. I haven't got that far with it. It just finished drying this morning. And then I have a couple of different yarns, so I'm going to show you one of each. Let me just put this Colourpop back. So last week I dyed this yarn, and this was just yarn that I put in a pan, and it was sort of what I had left over. So I had some yellows left over, and I had some green, and I mixed the green with the yellow, and I came out with this, and obviously the pink. I came to this conclusion of yarn, and I've kept this one for myself because I've got a project in mind for this. Anyway, in the future, not just yet, but in the future. So yesterday I had day before Monday, I had a dye day, and I decided that I wanted to replicate that yarn, but with a bit of a darker green, and see how I could make it up, basically. Everything's trial and error at the moment, with me writing scribbles down on my recipe notebook and things, and I came up with this. Now this just reminds me of autumn. This is green, and this is like a purpley. It's a bit brighter than what it actually is in real life. Maybe because I'm so by the window. I don't know. But I used more water in the pan than I did with the one that I did last week. So the colour travelled a lot more than I even anticipated. So as you can see, there is like all the different colours in the yellow and everything, and yeah, yummy. But then I decided to try less water in the pan so the colours wouldn't travel as much. And I have come to this. So they are exactly the same colour, just using less water in the pan. Also, this is, wow, that yellow is so bright. This is green again. My camera does not show greens very well, and it is just super duper nice. So it's very similar to what I dyed up, but obviously the green is a different green. That is really not showing green. It really is green. But this is my first trial. This was my second trial, and then this is my third, and then this is what I have come up with to go into the shop. So I dyed more of this yesterday, and I dyed it completely different to how I dyed it the first time, and it's come up really, really nice, and this will be going into the shop as well. I do have 2 of these, these will be separate listings on my shop. So if you want this one, then this will be a regular one that's going into the shop, and if you want this one, this will just be a one-off, but I can always replicate it because I know it's just more water in the pan, and the water will travel more. So I do have 2 of these ones, which are the more mottlies. Can you see in the yellow there's a lot more colour just where it's travelled. But yeah, so that is the shop. Obviously I still have stitch markers and Christmas badges and things like that going in the shop. It's getting really close to Advent, which I'm really excited for people to start opening on the 1st of December. But that's about it for today. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next podcast. Bye!